What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Lady Nika, and with a review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This will be season 7, episode 22. It's the season finale, finally. Before I begin my recap, I would like to send a special shout out to the Fresh Collective. Now, moving on to the review. On this episode, guys, we got to see Nene as she actually prepared to go on stage to do her Cinderella. And I guess it was kind of emotional for her, seeing her name in lights and, knowing that, she has this opportunity to go out here and do this play, and it could potentially lead to other, good things for her as far as her career is concerned. I am happy for Nene. However, it is very hard to go up for Nene the way I would like to, the way I would have probably 4 seasons ago, because Nene has such a bad attitude. She has such a know-it-all, got-it-all type of attitude. I don't know why she feels inclined to try to, instead of just announcing what you're doing and, announce what you're doing and, allow people to support you, what you do is you sit up and you say things to, the audience and people such as myself, you try to make us seem like we not in the know. I mean, Broadway is no big deal. It is a big deal, but then it ain't a big deal. I mean, I've seen a Broadway play before, so, but, for what it's worth, I am happy you had that opportunity. I can, give you that much. I don't hate you. I just don't like your attitude, and I think you come from a very broken place. That's the reason why you treat people the way you do. Maybe we'll see those issues addressed some in, upcoming seasons or whatnot. Nene didn't live up to what she said on the bus ride when they was coming, when they were in Puerto Rico, about sending the ladies all, 2 tickets to attend Broadway. So the night of her performance, no one was there. But she did make it she did say to us that, Phaedra did text her. I don't know if Portia texted her or anything like that, but then again, Portia not the brightest, she not the brightest star. I'm looking for my damn cigarette, y'all know how it go. Portia ain't the brightest one, shit, bitch. So if she didn't say nothing, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. But Phaedra did reach out and touch her. Touch her and tell her that, via text that, congratulations or whatnot. Maybe some of the other ladies would have done the same had you lived up to your word. I don't even know why you made that lie, I would have just said, I've been cast in, the Broadway play Cinderella to play the evil stepmother, and left that shit there with a period. I wouldn't have, went in to say, I'm going to send some bitches some tickets if I don't really mean it, but that's her shit, fuck her. Anyway, that's her story. Next, we go to Cynthia and Peter, and they're about, packing up the old location of Bar 1, moving to the new location. I don't have much to say about that. I mean, I do feel like that when Peter took over to a different location other than the new location of Bar 1 and announced to her that, he had decided to start doing his Peter Brew, and Cynthia didn't know nothing about it. Now, part of a marriage is partnership, that's what it is. I don't think that you should make decisions like that without consulting your partner, especially if some of her funds went into that particular project. Don't put Cynthia on the don't put her on the spot like that, because if you don't prepare Cynthia, she don't have the right responses, and it kind of make people look and think differently about you, as far as in the past, like when you would do things then it wasn't always profitable for you guys both. Cynthia was left carrying the bag trying to fix shit. So I would say you should have told her about, your coffee shop idea. I'm not going to say it's not a good idea. I'm not going to say, anything negative about it whatsoever. What I will say is you should have told your wife about that, And while they having this discussion, a call comes in from Apollo. Now, Apollo is calling in to talk to Peter because apparently Phaedra has not brought the boys to come and see him, and he's saying that she has filed for a divorce. I don't know if that's true. I've seen reports that she has filed for a divorce, and then I've seen reports that say she has not filed for a divorce. I don't really give a fuck. My point is, look, you knew what kind of situation, Phaedra, that you were getting yourself in. You knew the potential risk of this man reoffending and going back into, incarceration was possible when you decided to, creep over to the projects and lay up with this nigga on the air mattress and procreate. I do have some sympathy for her as far as being able to explain it to the kids. I know it's got to be hard, but them, Aiden's very smart. Dylan, I don't think you really need to have to say too much to him at this point, but Aiden probably would need, a little conversation about it because he's such an intelligent kid. And I do think, but due to that intelligence, he would understand, what's going on with his dad, and you should take your kids to see him. If you had been in a relationship with a man who just hauled off and went to jail on your ass, and you had no clue of his background or anything like that would make him do the things that he's done, then I can understand you saying, you apprehensive about taking your children. But girl, you was messing with a convict. What the fuck did you think? The statistics, being a lawyer, on convicts and their likelihood to reoffend. So I don't have any sympathies for you on that. What you need to do is take those kids to see their father. Point blank. You made the bed, now you have to lie in it. Those excuses that you were making, because we're going to move on over to that bitch. That's Peter and them shit. They got a new business. Peter Brew, and Cynthia didn't know about it, but she rolling with it. And we know Bar 1 did not get foreclosed on Cynthia and them part. Bar 1 was foreclosed on by the owners of the building. They failed to pay their mortgage, therefore the bank called in that, and they were, they had to move locations because of it. So it's not a Peter mismanaged money type of thing. To my understanding, Bar 1 does pretty well, and Sports 1 is doing really well as well. So good luck to them in their future endeavors and what they do. I look forward to seeing them on next season, if in fact this shit does come back for another season, which it probably will. Now on to Phaedra with 101 excuses why she don't really want to take her children down to the jail. Phaedra, you are a lawyer. You know damn well there will be areas for you to go and change a baby's diaper. You could call the jail and find out what the procedures are dealing with children going to visit their inmate parents. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. You don't want to do it, but here's the thing. You really don't have that much of a choice unless you want the aftermath to be those boys grow up to hate you, because one thing was certain about these children. They did have a relationship with Apollo, and he has a right to be able to see his children. You made the decision to lay up with his ass and then threw him under the bus. But I don't think that you that damn crazy or removed that you don't understand that your kids need their father in their life in any kind of way that he can be there. And right now, the only way that man can be in their lives is if you go take them down there to the jail. I'm not saying take them down there every damn week. Hell, I know it's in Kentucky. Why don't you just try to, maybe plan once a month? With the money you got, Phaedra, and you could take a day off or 2 days off a month to take your children to see their father. You ain't got to be all in his face and loving on him, but take them so that they can continue the relationship building process with his kids. You just did a Save Our Little Boys fundraiser thing, and you starting up that program. So you above everybody else should understand the importance of keeping these kids connected with their biological father. So I want to have sympathy for you, but girl, I just can't, because everything about you say is fraud and fake. And Phaedra, you put yourself here, baby. Can't blame nobody but self. And for the people that want me to understand and be sympathetic to Phaedra, I'm sorry, I cannot, because why am I sympathetic to a bitch that was aware of what she did? Hell, bitch, you sat here and tried to sue Angela Stanton And the judge had to make you do a deposition in your own fucking lawsuit. I mean, really, fake. Child, whatever. On to the next housewife. We're going to talk about Claudia. Claudia has decided that she is going to, you know, start doing some open mic nights and things of that nature, trying to see if she can break into comedy. I don't have a problem with that. The way I look at life is, if you think you can do it, then try to do it, you know. Don't nothing beat a try, you know. So if that works out for you, you know, kudos, girl, do you. And you did wonderful this season. I appreciate seeing somebody on here that could, you know, kind of help Kenya a little bit with dealing with these women, namely Nene. And I think you did very well in that. Now, let's move on to the next phase. Demetria, you a smart bitch. You the smartest of the smart. I ain't lying. Because out of every woman on this show, Demetria, girl, you was able to keep your good name by being on this show and also boost your singing career. I listened to some of your songs per Sean Bradley telling me of, you know, how good you really did sound. I heard you a couple times on House of Pain sing, and I heard you sing a rendition of one of Whitney Houston's songs. So you got them vocals, baby. I was with it. Congratulations on your, you know, your upcoming music endeavors and your movie endeavors. You used this platform for what it was worth. Kandi and Todd. Kandi and Todd are going over to meet up with Mama Joyce at her house because she's having a get together. She finally moved into that house that she had Kandi pay for, and she wants to have a housewarming dinner. Todd is not feeling this shit. You gotta remember, guys, Todd mama went through a lot with Mama Joyce, lies and deceit and shit like that prior to her death. So I'm thinking that this may have been filmed after that woman's death because he wasn't here for it. But we get to the dinner and we get to the dinner and Kandi announces that Todd has, you know, his show has been renewed for a second season and that he will be going to LA for a few months to film that, and during that period she will be, you know, going out there with him, which is a good thing. Kill your ass with your husband, Kandi. But again, her daughter, Riley, decides to ask her, oh, so you're going to leave your daughter. Now, I try my best not to go off on other people cheering, you know. But that little girl a little bit too grown for her age. Now, Kandi, you want to keep saying the little girl 12, okay? So if you saying she 12 all these years, she been 12 a long time, but okay, she 12. First of all, Kandi, you should have talked to that girl about that so that when you got to the table and made the announcement in front of your family, that they knew what was going on. You know, she would know. She was in the know about the shit. But you spring this information on, and of course, Riley being the outspoken person that she is, you know, she's a replica of her grandmother. She had something to say about it. She didn't even care about how she showed up at the dinner. I mean, the girl had on what, sneakers and some fucking gym shorts, looking like I don't give a fuck. You know, she looked like she in the transitional stages, and I ain't gonna go no further with that because I don't need people coming for me. But I'm telling you, as a mother of a lesbian, okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that shit. As the mother of a lesbian, Kandi, you might want to pay attention. Moving right along, we get to this dinner, and Mama Joyce, who gets on my motherfucking nerves, tells Todd that she apologized for repeating the rumors that she had said about his mom. She said that others had told her that, and she knows not to repeat rumors, but she did it, nevertheless, and she's apologizing for it. I call bullshit. First of all, I don't think no one ever told Mama Joyce no shit like that, and then that's not really an apology. I don't really take that as an apology, and Todd wasn't trying to hear that shit either. You know, I think the best thing for Kandi to do is, because even though her Instagram photographs show us a different side to their relationship, which makes you question if this storyline is authentic, I still think that there is still some, there's still some fire in the volcano, because that man gotta feel some kind of way about how his mother was slandered so bad prior to her death on this show. But I understand why the lady had to come on here and act a damn fool, because nobody else seems to know how to get Mama Joy's ass together. So she did what the fuck she had to do, and I ain't mad at her, and rest her soul. But I think it's good that Candy's gonna go out to LA with her husband, because it might get him an opportunity to start, working on their marriage for real, because they only a year into this thing, and they already have issues that they should not have, and one of them being is sex. If a man is falling out of love with you, the last thing he want to do is give you a little dick, girl. If a man is fed up and tired of you and your family and they bullshit, he ain't gonna want to stick around. And I think, honestly, that Todd's still in there with Candy, but the days are numbered if she don't start doing something toward trying to help him, get past everything that he been through and build their relationship up. That's just my personal opinion, but we'll see. And I won't be watching that Candy ski trip shit, because I thought we was through with this storyline about Todd and Carmen sleeping together. I don't think they did, but if they did, they did. I mean, I'm just tired of hearing about that shit. Y'all know we've been hearing that shit for a while, that he supposedly had sex with Carmen. So, for those of you who may give a fuck and want to give them your rating, that shit coming on. I think it's going to be like 3 episodes of that bullshit Candy ski trip. Then we move on to Kenya. Kenya did a private screening of her pilot Life Twirls On, and she invited all of the girls minus Nene, because Nene is in New York City. She had a signature drink for each one of them, and people wants to talk about the fact that she named Claudia's drink Hammer Time, and say that it was in reference to, how bad her feet is. Y'all know Kenya is very goofy, she very bubbly, but she's not malicious, and she see that Claudia has been her ally friend since she got onto this show. I don't think that Kenya is any way threatened by Claudia, so she's on, little slick shade out, because if Nene leaves the show, I read on Twitter, they were saying that if Nene leaves the show, then Claudia would be Kenya's next competition. I don't think she see it like that. And I don't think that they are competition. They are, they got their own flavor. Each one of them brings something to this franchise, this particular show. So Kenya, to me, in my opinion, is self-assured enough to not feel threatened by Claudia. She wasn't threatened by Nene, and let's just be real. Everybody loved Nene at one point, and the producers and the makers of the Real Housewives of Atlanta always was very, pro Nene. So if that didn't run the bitch off, plus getting her real hair snatched, because that's all she did. I'm so sick of people saying Kenya got her ass whooped last season reunion. No, she didn't. If that's an ass whooping, then some of y'all ain't never had a fight, because all happened on the damn show. She got Portia wrote a check she couldn't cash, and that motherfucking Kenya manipulated her ass straight into acting a damn fool. So, I don't think that she's threatened by any of the women. See, when you self-confident in who you are, you don't worry about what the next bitch bringing to the table. The people that were saying that shit are the people who are not confident in what they bring to the table, or what they doing, or themselves in general. That's the reason why you feel the need to say that Kenya could possibly be shading Claudia in preparation for the next season. Are you motherfuckers serious? Kenya ain't got no reason to feel no shame or feel threatened by Claudia Jordan. For one, they friends. That's what a lot of you bitches don't understand what friendship is. Two, that drink, that could, like I said, it was her about her feet, but damn, do something about them too, Claudia. Shit, if anything that offends you that you want to change, then go on and change that shit about yourself. I told y'all, personally, I might close up the gap at the bottom. Okay, that's a personal thing for me, but the top will remain. Just like her feet offends her. Claudia don't like the fact she got toe-up toes, but do something about it when the time prevents itself. It ain't a money thing. We know it's a time thing with her. So I don't think that it had anything to do with that. I think it's just a lot of people like having a lot of bullshit to say, because you running out of shit to say. So we're going to leave that there. Well, she have all the ladies come over, and you know how Kenya do. She goes way out there. But if you can sit through Phaedra and them damn birthday parties she done threw her sons, shut the fuck up about this goddamn screening night premiere at this mansion she done rented, and the costumes and you know, all of the shit that she put into that. That's her damn money. She spend it the way she want to. If you hoes didn't like it, turn the motherfucking TV. But you kept watching it because misery love company, and you hoes got to have something to say. So you start talking shit. But at the end of the day, that was her production, and the way she chose to do it was her business. So get your song or shut the fuck up. It went off nicely, you know, proving once again that when these women, because Phaedra was there too, and Portia, proving once again that they can get along, guys. You know, when Nene is not the common denominator, which is the bullshitter, the one that kicks up everything, they do well by themselves. So I was alright with it. Shit. Congratulations, Kenya. I hope that a network picks up your damn pilot and, you know, it's successful. Although I did feel some kind of way that Bravo could have picked the shit up. You know, it's much money, because let's just be real. The beef with Kenya and the other women is what, you know, with Apollo, Kenya, Phaedra, Nene, that saga there is what brought y'all ratings, really, the last 2 seasons. So, just like y'all keep giving Candy all these spin-offs for no apparent reason, I feel like Bravo could have possibly had, you know, picked up Kenya's pilot and, you know, ran it a couple of weeks to see how it was going to do. But I guess, you know, the powers that be, child. You know, we talk about them powers that be all the time. So, I hope somebody picks it up. I feel confident that she will have it picked up. And I was also on Twitter the night Real Housewives of Atlanta showed. Even though I wasn't watching the show. I was live tweeting, listening to what people were saying. Y'all something else talking about this woman straight to DVD thing. Most of you motherfuckers that's sitting there talking about she don't do nothing, all her movies go straight to DVD. Y'all bitches buying them from the CD man in the neighborhood. Shit, y'all making it be like a Netflix night for some of you bitches. So what are you talking about? And then, how you knock a bitch hustle? I can't stand this shit. If you sitting on your ass collecting motherfucking welfare, EBT, bitch, how can you sit here and have anything to say about somebody else who's out there doing something? Now, I don't knock a bitch that's on public assistance, because, you know, if you using it for what it's worth, then I'm not mad about my tax dollars going toward that shit. But I'm talking about you bitches that always got something to say, that don't do shit but sit out on your motherfucking porches or your project apartments talking shit, smoking cigarettes and weed, drinking 40 ounces all motherfucking day, and talking about what you gonna do when you get to the club. Bitch, you don't have a voice. And I don't feel that I don't hear nothing you say, bitch. It's like, oh, it's wah 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 wah. Fuck you, bitch. Who else left on this show oh, Portia, child, they once again, Phaedra to call this girl a whole bunch of thoughts, and she took it as a joke, laughing, and basically calling herself a damn thought. I don't know what to say about Portia. Portia is stupid as hell. She that new stupid, you know. I don't understand where she coming from with the things that she's saying. It's like, bitch, you don't even realize. You quick to jump on Kenya if you think she coming out of pocket on your ass, or Claudia. But bitch, you fail to realize time and time again, Nene Leakes and Phaedra Parks have called you nothing but a hoe ever since you know, ever since the beginning of the season. Hell, Nene started it off. Nene the one to put it in our heads about the African man, if y'all go back and remember. When she came over there to visit Portia, she talked about you got this rich African man and he came by you a doorbell because the bitch doorbell didn't work. So, if you mad, who you mad at? And if you gonna check a bitch, check that bitch. I don't know, child. Let me see, I done spoke on. Let me go back down the list, make sure I ain't leave a bitch out. You got Kenya, I spoke of her. Claudia, I spoke of her. Demetria, I spoke of her. Cynthia and Peter spoke of them. Phaedra spoke of her. Nene spoke of her. Okay, I talked about all them bitches. In closing, y'all, all I have to say about this episode is, in this season, I hope that if they decide to bring the Real Housewives of Atlanta back, they either do one or two things. Recast the whole motherfucking, all the ladies. Recast the whole show. If that's what you're going to do. I wouldn't mind seeing Cynthia come back, her and Peter, you know. I wouldn't mind seeing Claudia come back. I would not mind seeing Kenya come back. I'm done with Nene. I'm done with Portia, and I'm done with Phaedra. I mean, come on, guys. It's only. I mean, you got to admit, call a spade a spade. Them some salty bitches. Them bitches more saltier than your biggest bag of nuts. I don't understand, all season long, it's been nothing but a bunch of drama and bullshit. The drama ended when you separated Nene from the rest of the cast. Now, still, I'm not on Phaedra's team because I don't feel that Phaedra did right by Apollo. I don't. You was right, a bitch. If you're gonna be a ride or die, be a ride or die all the way from the beginning to the end. You can't be a ride or die as long as everything look good in the public eye. Y'all image is all right, You can't do him like that. When trouble came, for all intents and purposes, bitch, you walked away from that man and left him to dry. Now, you ain't crazy, because I peep shit. You ain't crazy. You ain't going too far with it, because I think Paulo knows something that can have the popo knocking at your dodo, bitch. So, with that being said, it's to my understanding that there is a 3-part reunion. I had planned on grouping this whole reunion into one, so I wouldn't have to keep coming back every week, but depending on how the shit go. If episode, part 1 of this reunion is something I feel like coming in and talking about, then I will come in and I'll do a video for it as it unfolds, every week for the next 3 weeks. If it's not, then if you don't see the video by Monday following each Sunday, that means that I've decided to just clump it into one long video and do what I did today. Go woman by woman and speak my piece, This has been an exciting opportunity. This is my first time that I have, since I've only been a vlogger, y'all. For some of y'all that don't know, I've only been vlogging for 2.5 months. And it's been an amazing experience, going through this entire season with you all, because I've been here. I did all 22 episodes with y'all. And I thank everybody that, commented with me during this series, and everybody that agreed or disagreed with me. I appreciate you. Even the people that came for me and called me everything but a child of God because they didn't like my opinion. I want to thank you bitches too, because you're monetized. My videos are monetized, bitch, so you gave a bitch a cute coin. So we want to thank you for the gas money and the cigarettes. And until next week reunion, you guys have a wonderful remainder of your week. Remember, I told you my videos may be delayed by a day or two due to the fact that I am currently teaching right now for the next 3 weeks. So, just be looking for your girl. She will come on through. She will come on through. And thank you all for all the comments and overwhelming response to my In the News and R&B LA Divas LA rant video. Yeah, I was on one when I did that, and that was straight from the heart. I mean, they say a drunk man speak the truth. Child, I was half drunk. I spoke all my truth. That's how I felt about the bitches. When I went back and looked at it, I had to laugh at my damn self. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm up in the air about whether or not I'm really going to do that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because I enjoy that show and I've never had to do a review on it. This is the first show that I did the entire season other than How to Get Away with Murder, and I got y'all all the way up to the season finale of Empire. I'm going to do better about that. In the future, regardless of how I feel, I'm going to still, if I started, I'm going to finish, and that's what I'm doing with this as well. So thank you guys again for all of the support. I see my numbers. I see my subscribers. Hey, to my new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Welcome to my family. Welcome to my life, honey. You're going to get a little of everything from me. Because I'm not just a reality recapper, I talk about everything, and I'm on a journey right now, a journey of discovery, learning how to live my life, more happily, more healthily, and healthy, and, just building my fan base. I do have a separate channel coming. The due date that I have set up for it is the channel will be up by the 2nd week of July. In the meantime, you may see things on my Instagram, of what I be doing and shit. But in the meantime, in between time, guys, I appreciate everything you do for me. Y'all just don't know. Y'all make my damn day. Okay, some days it's very hard for Lady Nika to stay smiling and keep it moving. But it's just the little things you guys say that keep me going sometimes. You don't know sometimes what a kind word would do to a broken heart or a broken spirit. So again, thank you. Again, final shout out to the Fresh Collective. And until the next video, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys back for possibly Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Definitely Miss Latasha for If Loving You Is Wrong. And whatever the hell else I decide to talk about this week, because a bitch just never know. Peace, y'all.